Hello everybody, it's Kate from the Library of Whispers, and today I thought we'd take a look at these old newspapers. I've had them for a long time. I can't actually remember where I got them from. I'm not even sure they're actually real. What I mean by that is certainly the Police Gazette was a real newspaper in the 19th century, but I don't know whether these are actually facsimiles or they were actually reproduced in, this one is May 20th, 1897. Certainly this one here, this says, so this isn't real, this is a copy. This says poster supplement to the best from the Police Gazette, and it's a kind of sort of quite shiny modern paper. So, and some of the bits have been cut out, which is a shame. I don't know why. Anyway, so I thought some nice paper sounds. We'll have a look through these. The Police Gazette is or was a particularly controversial newspaper of the time. It presented the news in a very sensationalist way. It calls itself the leading illustrated journal of the world. So it's the National Police Gazette. Oh, I see. The leading illustrated sporting journal of the world. Is that what that means? Let's have a look anyway. This bit, some bits. Sorry, we had a storm this morning, and then this afternoon it's very sunny, and so I've had to close the blinds because the sunlight was coming in and obscuring the paper. So let's see what this says. The Police Gazette is the world's sporting authority. And this is a picture. Let's see, I don't know whether I can get the whole thing in the shot, but so the bottom says, the old man spoiled the fun. The elderly father of a flock of pretty Scotch girls makes it warm for two of their suitors. So these ladies are looking out the window, and this one is holding her hand out and he's about to kiss her hand, and this lady is handing a note to this gentleman, and the elderly father, I guess this is, with a wooden stick or carsh in his hand, is just about to come round the corner and give them a good beating. I don't know whether there's a story inside, might be. So, I think what we'll do is just let's listen to some of the paper sounds first, and then we can have a read through some of the articles. These are the Sisters Lamara. The Sisters Lamara, two English girls who have earned fame as variety artists in both hemispheres. And This is Mr. Sam Saunders, a well-known Belfast sporting man and managing director of the New City Club. And here is Mr. Joe Vickers, an old-time pugilist, boxer, and well-known publican and sportsman of Coventry. And this illustration here, she says she preferred him bald to please his skittish sweetheart. A young and good-looking Cornish youth shaves off his raven locks and presumably presents them in a bag for her. This picture is an elopement upset, just as the pair were seated in the Northern Pullman Express, that's the train carriage. Stern Mama intervened and spoiled the game. So this is the Stern Mama, this is the daughter, and obviously this is her fiancé who she was going to elope with, and the mother says no. And this one is Choinsky and Denver, Ed Smith, as they appeared at the Broadway Athletic Club, New York, in a 20-round contest on May 10th. And this is Ed Smith. And this is Joe Choinsky. And this is horse racing, Charles Ward. And this says the Newmarket Stakes, ridden by Charles Ward, Mr. Gubbins' Derby favourite, easily won last week's big race. And this illustration, her aim was a good one. At least so thought a modern peeping Tom of Coventry who tried to spy into a girl's boudoir. This is the girl, this is the boudoir, and this is the girl peeping Tom. Wow, she really does get him in the face. And this one is the Wopses. The Wopses made them dance. 3 young ladies of Leicester met with anything but a pleasant adventure in a timber yard. What on earth is going on here? Can't really work it out. I don't know. Oh, that's a shame. A piece has been cut out. But it says a shampoo with champagne. The Johnny was much too fresh, so the girls cooled his head with some of his own wine. So they poured his wine on his head. Let's have a read of some of this properly. Let's read this one. So, says, fatal fight in Wales. A collier lad dies after a 30-round battle. And Dick Burge and Tom Causa, latest concerning the combatants for the last big mill of the season. So where is that? Top spot. Okay. Oh, so this is all about fighting. Let's have a look at this. A fatal mill in Wales. One of those petty fights between collier boys, which are of such frequent occurrences in South Wales, came to a sad and fatal termination on Sunday week near Ferndale, Rhondda Valley. Two lads named John Thomas and Ed A. Collett, aged respectively 19 and 18, agreed to settle a small dispute by fighting with naked fists on the mountain for £1 a side. Shortly after 5 o'clock in the morning, the two combatants, with their respective supporters, went to the spot agreed upon, and seconds having been chosen, the men set to work in a determined manner. The fighting was heavy on both sides, and during the first 8 or 10 rounds, the lads were equally game and able to stand plenty of punishment. From then to the 15th round, Collett forced the work and had a slight advantage, but the pace was too much, and Thomas, who had evidently been keeping to reserve, then got to work in an effectual manner. At the 23rd round, Collett was virtually beaten, but with indomitable and irresponsible determination, he persisted in going on with the fight. It was all over, bar the shouting, but the youngster refused emphatically to give way. Thomas, his opponent, was unable to knock him out, and even he desired to finish the fight, but Collett declined. Remonstrance being useless, they continued to slog away, and soon after the 13th round was commenced, Thomas put in some swingers, and his opponent being too weak to retaliate, the end came. The party broke up immediately, but owing to the exhausted state which Collett was in, a few of his admirers carried him to a neighbouring house, where the poor fellow expired almost 7 o'clock. No medical aid having been procured. Later in the day, Thomas was arrested, together with David Jones, W. Watkins, D. Parcel, W. J. Ware, and Matthews, and B. Llewellyn of Ferndale. On Tuesday, an inquest was held, and a verdict of manslaughter was returned. On the following day, Thomas was committed for trial. So, a lot of this seems to be about sport. although it does say that, I suppose. Glasgow Barmaids compete for popularity and our gold bracelet. Conditions of a contest for one of the handsome prizes ever given to a lady. Now the sun's gone in and it's getting dark. Hold on. Let's make that a bit lighter. Okay. In deference to the wishes of several of the competitors, I have decided not to announce the date of the poll each week. So far as the Glasgow competition is concerned, but to content myself with giving the result as to the expiration of the specified period of time. The name of the winner will appear in our next issue. The amended conditions of competition now read as follows. 1. The prize, a beautiful gold bracelet of special design, will be presented to the lady who shall be adjudged by the public to be the most popular barmaid in a given town. The competition will be decided by votes, which must be registered on the coupon, which is hereby provided for the purpose. One coupon represents one vote. Any person may send in as many coupons as he or she pleases for one or more ladies. The name of the lady to whom the vote is given and the name of the hotel or public house at which she is engaged must be clearly written in ink on the allotted space. The name and address of the sender of the coupon must also be given. With regard to the latter stipulation, the greatest secrecy will be observed, but we require some guarantee of good faith. Each competition will last 1 month. The state of the poll will be declared each week until the day of the final announcement, when the name of the winner will be given. Our publishing day is Wednesday. All coupons must therefore reach us not later than by first post each previous Monday morning. They should be securely enclosed in stout envelopes and addressed to the competition editor, Police Gazette, 149 Fleet Street, London, EC. We guarantee that the bracelet is well worthy to adorn the most popular barmaid. It has been specially designed by the well-known Birmingham jewellers Messrs. Wood. Necessarily, each competition must be restricted to a certain town or district, but the fair what does that say? But the fair heaves of the larger cities need not fear, but that we will give their admirers a chance to raise them to the dignity of a place in our picture gallery of popular barmaids. North London will be next dealt with. The chief points for voters to remember are: coupons must be clearly filled in ink. No fictitious names and addresses will be allowed. All envelopes containing coupons must be addressed to the competition editor and must reach the office of the paper not later than by the first post each Monday morning. The following is the voting coupon. There we go. So, Police Gazette, Popular Barmaids Competition number 3, May 26th, 1897. I hereby declare that in my humble opinion and judgment, Miss Space of the Space in Glasgow is entitled to your prize of a gold bracelet as the most popular barmaid in this town. My name and address are as follows. Space. Now this, as I say, is on a sort of shinier paper, so it leads me to believe that this is probably a facsimile, even if the other one isn't. And here is a lady testing this very strong man's pecs. Are they the pecs? Or are they the pecs? No, they're the pecs, aren't they? Says strong man in private. At his own academy in West London, one of the best known professors exhibits his great muscles to a party of ladies and gentlemen. Seems to be, this is being cut out, but there seems to be a kind of theme in these illustrations of a gentleman being, so for example, he was too fresh. A typewriter brings a charge of assault against her. A typewriter. So she's a typist. Brings a charge of assault against her employer. So there seems to be a lot of this. Gentlemen groping ladies and them retaliating, or their mothers or fathers coming along and stopping the whole thing. It seems to be, this newspaper seems to be a little bit preoccupied by that kind of thing. Scandal. And this one here, this is at the seaside on the beach, and it says, should the sexes bathe together? ? This is the sort of scene we will be called upon to witness when mixed bathing becomes popular in England. Oh no, mixed bathing. And this one at the bottom. A lover of lady nicotine. A smart young American woman creates a good deal of amusement by smoking a cigarette in the Northern Pullman Express. Gosh. Scandal. And this one is the anti-vaccination crusade. To show their want of sympathy with the new movement, the young ladies at a London nursing school go through the process of inoculation. In a very sexy way, I have to say. This one is okay, I don't know what this is. Oh, okay. So this is the British Worker Official Strike News Bulletin, published by the General Council of the Trades Union Congress. This date of this one is Monday evening, May the 10th, 1926. Price £1. So this is going to be quite a different kind of newspaper. And this one underneath is, oh, this is an old one. So this is called the Daily Universal Register, and it is number 1, Saturday, January the 1st, 1785, price 2 pence, halfpenny. Printed logographically by His Majesty's patent. And there are adverts for Sixth Night by His Majesty's Company at the Theatre Royal in Drury Lane. This present Saturday will be performed a new comedy called The Natural Son. And it was also the ninth night for the author at the Theatre Royal, Covent Garden. And this presents this present Saturday, January 1st, I think, 1785, will be performed a new comedy called The Follies of a Day, or The Marriage of Figaro. And shipping advertisements for Nice, Genoa and Leghorn, with liberty to touch at one port in the Channel. The Nancy, Thomas White, commander. Burthen 160 tons, guns and men answerable, lying off the tower, will absolutely depart on Saturday the 8th instant. The said commander to be spoken with every morning at Sam's Coffee House near the Custom House, or at Will's Coffee House in Cornhill, and at the Exchange House on the French and Italian Walk, or William Elliard for the said commander, number 16, Savage Gardens. This one says, Mrs. King begs leave to acquire her friends. She opens her school at Chigwell in Essex on Monday the 10th of January for the education of young ladies, as has always been accustomed to watch and improve. The opening mind hopes to give satisfaction to those who trust her with so important a charge. Till the 10th of January, Mrs. King may be spoke with at Mr. Kerr's, a bit maker to His Majesty in the Mews, Charing Cross. N.B. wanted an apprentice and half-boarder. These are more difficult to read because the S's look like F's. see what's inside. Lots of writing. Okay, this is way too big to get into the camera. Okay, so I can read a couple of these. For sale by private contract, the good brigantine, young Sabine, a most extraordinary swift sailor, plantation built, burthen 140 tons, more or less. This must be a boat that's for sale then. For any trade that requires expedition, would make an excellent packet and is capable of mounting 16 guns. 6-pounders, is extraordinary well built, and is the only vessel that made a passage from Malaga this season, now lying at Pickle Herring Stairs. What a great name. Pickle Herring Stairs. Henry McLog, Commander. Another great name. For inventories and other particulars, please to apply to Thomas Hubert, broker. To let small lodgings genteelly furnished for a single gentleman in a house where there are no children, inquire at number 6, Staple Inn Buildings, Middle Row, Holborn. Wow. Another piece ripped out of here. Oops. I'm going to leave this one because I think I might rip it otherwise, although it has already been ripped. Well, I hope you enjoyed taking that short look through some of these historic newspapers, and as usual, this is Kate at the Library of Whispers, and thank you so much for popping by. I hope you'll join me again, and I'll see you very soon.